The health and well-being of our students, instructors, and staff has always been a top priority at LFCC. With the current and uncertain future of the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, it's imperative we follow very specific guidelines until such time as the pandemic ends. That's why we've prepared the COVID-19 Return to In-Person Class Student Health Safety Agreement. This document provides guidelines for keeping students, instructors, and college staff as safe as possible during the current pandemic. As a condition for your return to class, you will be expected to consistently follow these guidelines for not only your own safety, but for the safety of all you encounter at LFCC. To keep you safe, we commit to the following: keeping educational interruptions to a minimum and helping students stay on track to complete their programs of study. Initiating steps to mitigate the risk of transmission, including thorough cleaning and disinfecting of classroom and lab areas at the conclusion of each class. Providing regular cleaning and disinfecting of common areas such as water fountains and restrooms. Quickly responding to student concerns and questions as they may arise, and adapting, adjusting, or changing procedures and policies to adhere to CDC, state, or federal guidelines. Here's what we ask of you. As a student, you agree to the following conditions before returning to class.
I will not come to class sick or stay if I feel sick, regardless of symptoms.
We also ask that you contact your instructor so that they are aware and can make instructional accommodations if necessary, and that you stay in touch regularly until you return to class. If you don't have contact info for your instructor, email us at covid@lfcc.edu or call 540-351-1516.
I will not come to class if I have been exposed to someone with COVID-19 or travel to an area with a high incidence of COVID-19, and I will quarantine per CDC guidelines.
That means we want you to quarantine for a minimum of 14 days. Be sure to contact your instructor so that they are aware and may make instructional accommodations if appropriate until you return to class.
If after attending a class, I find out that I was exposed to someone with COVID-19 outside of class, I will contact my instructor immediately and quarantine per CDC guidelines.
Once again, this means not coming back to class until you have quarantined for at least 14 days. Instructors may make instructional accommodations if appropriate while you are quarantining. Please stay in touch with your instructor until you return to class.
If I am diagnosed with COVID-19, I will not come to class. If I recently attended class, I will advise my instructor immediately of my diagnosis.
While your primary goal should be to stay home and get well, we ask that you stay in touch with your instructor if you are able. You will not be able to return to class until 1. A doctor or health professional verifies you've fully recovered, or 2. You are 14 days post-diagnosis and symptom-free, and have contacted the school by email covid@lfcc.edu or phone 540-351-1516 prior to returning.
I will practice social and physical distancing and will not congregate before, during, and after class, as well as during breaks.
We ask that you not loiter or socialize on campus for the time being and leave campus when not engaged in active course-related activities.
I will wear a protective face covering to all in-person classes.
This will be required for class admission until otherwise directed. Other personal protective equipment may be required by the college or your instructor. Failure to wear a face covering and any required PPE while on campus may result in being asked to leave, as well as possible dismissal from class.
I will be prepared if this in-person class is moved online.
In the event of a new outbreak or change in state guidelines, please understand it is possible your class may be fully or partially moved online. If your class is moved online, you will need access to technology and the internet with as little as 24 hours notice. We also strongly recommend that every student sign up for LFCC Alert so that you receive school-wide bulletins and updates via text and email, not only about closing, but any other emergency information. For the latest information, please sign up for LFCC Alert by texting LFCCALERT to 226787 or by visiting alert.lfcc.edu. On your first day back to class, your instructor will give you a copy of our Student Health Safety Agreement, which outlines in writing everything covered in this video. In order to return to class, you must sign this agreement and return to your instructor. If you have any questions or concerns about the safety policies and procedures of LFCC or about the student agreement, please either reach out to your instructor or email us at covid@lfcc.edu or call 540-351-1516. Thank you for watching our video.